All right, guys, here we're talking about Season 1, Episode 1 of The Tick with Patrick Warburton.
Warburton. I loved the Tick cartoon.
Yes, the OG original Tick cartoon. Yeah.
Ends the episode.
No, that was good. Like, yeah, it had the perfect mix
weird,
of like satire and like adulty type situation-y things in a cartoon meant for children.
It was kind of meta.
It was
and kind of gross. Yeah, it was interesting. It had an interesting vibe. I remember watching it a lot when I was younger, or
plays on words
or whatever. Exactly, and some of like the villains and the weird thing, like, and to comment on superheroes in general.
And used to like little stupid things still make me laugh. Like Batman is fucking hilarious.
Okay. Is that in the cartoon though?
He was Deflator Mouse.
Deflator Mouse, and it's
but Deflator Mouse translates to Batman in German, and they sued, and they changed it to Batman which sounds way more like Batman.
Okay, weird.
Because your average man can't speak German.
Horrible. Okay. Yeah.
But that's why that changed.
So
that changed in the cartoon. I thought like by season 2 or something, his name changed.
That's one of my bullet points. Is why would you change Deflator Mouse and American Made? Why would you change them to these other stupid names I hate?
Yeah.
I just hate everything that's not the original thing. I guess whatever.
Yeah, I believe most of that was lawsuit based.
What are you gonna do? That's fine. So that kind of changes stuff. So I've never seen any live action interpretation of this show yet.
Okay.
There's been now 2 of them, right?
Yes.
So from an outsider's perspective, they keep trying to make this live action, and it keeps not working. That's like my impression of it, or something like that.
This one was, I want to say it was on Fox, and I just think it had a really shitty time slot.
Interesting.
I don't think it had a good thing. Like, and it's kind of hit or miss. And like, this is definitely directed towards a younger audience.
It's interesting.
But it would be on, I think, at like 9:30 or 9 or something. So like, you may have missed some of your audience mark by having it like when you had it.
I can see this not surviving.
It's very dated.
Okay, I was going to say,
it feels like a show that
does
would be
feel
on,
like
98.
It feels like a Fox show from a long time ago, right? So like, I could see this not surviving. I don't think it's great, but there were some moments that I thought were great.
I think if you would have re-aired this exact show widescreen now, Patrick Warburton way more popular now, and I think you would have had a better thing there. Because like, how many hits did he have in a row like after this?
Yeah, he's become more of a meme, more of a household name, whatever. Yeah.
But like in general, it is fine. It's a short show. It's like 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And they pack a good amount of jokes in there. I think the Arthur in this looks better than the Arthur in the newer version.
Ah, interesting.
I also like Patrick more than I don't even know the new guy's name. He just feels bigger. Like the newer guy, I may be taller than him, but Patrick just like has this imposing.
His voice makes him feel bigger.
Certainly. And they have to expose the face because the live action, you need to see the actor or whatever. But I would always prefer them just to have the original Tick's outfit where you just see the mouth. I know why you can't do that, but I also don't know why you can't do that.
It's the same way in the new live action.
But you could just not hire a famous person, and then like and I don't think the guy in the newer one is and I don't think Patrick was then.
No.
But like, you don't need all that because the character, if you tried, especially now, maybe then you couldn't make an expressive enough suit with eyes. But like now, look at Daredevil. Not Daredevil. Look at Deadpool. Like they can do it.
That's budget though. You have to make his eyes move a little.
But aren't his antennas moving like digitally?
I don't know.
Why couldn't they have just done that to his eyes?
Yeah, these are all fair points.
And maybe the budget would have been too intense at the moment, but again, now things are way cheaper.
I totally felt like they nailed Arthur for some reason.
Yeah, no, Arthur feels very much like he does.
More so than the Tick. Like, I love Patrick Warburton, and I'm not saying he's doing a bad job or he's not doing whatever he's doing, but like, if I compare to like my memories of the cartoon, this Arthur feels like a more like faithful translation of the whole thing.
Arthur is also like the main character, even though it's a Tick. Everything is through Arthur, and that's in every version.
Yeah, so it's like a good decision, but the Arthur person seems to have really thrown himself in, and like his introduction, we get a Christopher Lloyd.
Yes.
Listen,
when Christopher Lloyd rips that chair from that bitch,
thank you.
That was wonderful.
That's my first bullet point. So that's literally, I wasn't sure what we were doing here, and then when he tears that chair away, I was like, all right, we're good.
Yeah, no, it sells.
Even if you have a 5-minute weird fake Jimmy Carter thing that does not work at all.
No, that was a weird thing.
I'm still going to come out of this positive just from Christopher Lloyd tearing that chair away from that woman. Also, like, give me your bitter black urine of like the machine.
The coffee machine.
I'm like, okay, this is good. And that peppered in. There's something else later. Yeah, there's like two bits where I think he's really tapping into like the whole tick thing. Where he's like, Arthur, your door is broken. Hello, friend.
This
like
came off.
yeah. Hi, this and he's like, because he breaks down his door, right?
And then rips his light off the wall.
That's the joke, but that's what's so amazing. Hello, friend, your door is broken. That weird thing, and then all the way at the end, a secret message from my teeth. That whole thing, I actually was like, okay, that I like laughed, which even when I say that something was funny, I didn't laugh. But Christopher Lloyd tearing the chair away, and a special message from my teeth, that made me like fucking actually laugh. So I'm like, okay, if I laugh more than like, I'm fine with laughing once an hour. So if a half an hour show can make me laugh 2.5 times,
sure,
we're good, right? So at the end of the day, I'm
fine.
No,
it's an enjoyable enough experience. Yes. And the guy that plays Batman well, like we know him from things. He was on Suddenly Susan.
Okay, I'm like,
he was on Lost. He was,
okay,
he has a career. He's been around. You're like recognize him. This is him when he was young, and that is like his peak, I guess.
Yeah, no, that guy. I was like, it's that guy, but I couldn't think of where he was from or whatever. But Suddenly Susan's a good. Paul, what about Captain Liberty? Is she anything?
She is super familiar, but I couldn't place her.
I know,
and I know she's in things, but could not place her.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten into any other characters yet, but we'll see what happens with. I want to see Sewer. Oh, what is he? Sewer Urchin? Yeah. I'm the apotheosis of cool. Yeah.
I don't remember if he's even in the show. But
Probably not.
We'll see.
Probably not. Probably the character I want to see is not in the show.
I haven't watched this show since it was on TV. I've not seen it since then.
Yeah,
so that is like 20 years.
Do you know? I was gonna say, do you know what year it came out?
I want to say 97, 98.
That's so long ago. When did the cartoon come out?
How 92, 93.
How old am I? Oh my God, Stefan, that's so long ago.
You're dead.
Oh no, I'm gonna go crawl back into my coffin.
Sure. But no, like it's not super solid, but it is definitely nostalgic, and it's a decent production for what it is.
I need to see it to do the honestly, just to speak more about the parallels, right? Them having those henchmen where it's like, it's miscommunication, and like, well, it used to mean this, and now it means that, and we unleash the thing, but they all get beaten up easily, like kind of half off camera, and then they have to fight the like robot with the like hammer and sickle and all that stuff. That was like prime Tick. That's like what the Tick is, having like inept, hapless villains doing stuff they don't understand, and then like, oh, Jimmy Carter's in town. What are the odds? Like things like that, right? That is the Tick. That's the whole thing.
If they could have actually got Jimmy Carter, this would have been the best show ever.
That's true. Yeah. That would have been night and day, because what they got was like, what is happening?
Yeah, because he has to hide 94% of his face, but the parts you can see, you're like, well, that's a young man.
Yeah, that's obviously not Jimmy Carter. Yeah. Not that I wanted it to be Jimmy Carter either, but I also didn't want that to happen. Yeah. So the whole thing, the whole elevator, the whole thing is so ill-fated, and that's when he flies for the first time. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed nutty bag of nuts.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to episode 2.
I need to see the whole thing because it isn't that long, and I want to like understand like what all this is.
All right, guys. So tune in for the next episode, episode 2. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.